It is finally playoff time, and here are my wild card predictions for the 2016-17 NFL playoffs. So week 17 was exciting. Not much happened that was too unexpected. There were some upsets in games that didn't matter. For instance, the Bills-Jets. I predicted the Bills there. I did have the Jets winning this game at the very beginning of week 16 or at the end of week 16, but I changed my mind, stupidly so, because I ended up losing that pick, but that should be alright. I went 11-5 last week and had a 64% win percentage on the season, I believe. So now let's get straight into the games. Let's start in the AFC, because obviously I'm starting in the AFC. The NFC is much better. Alright, well, tonight we have Kansas City. Oh no! What? Kansas City? No. The Raiders playing in Houston. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell you anything that you haven't heard before as far as this game goes. Obviously, I would like to predict. I don't know if you can say upset here, because it's actually 50-50 on weekly pick'em on the NFL.com side. It's actually, I think, 51% Raiders, 49% Texans. And unless the Raiders somehow surprise me by doing something, for instance, picking up more than 5 first downs in the entire game, then they might have a chance, but I don't really see it happening. It's, like I said before, it's Derek Carr injury so unfortunate that really all I can do is pick the Texans here, and I really want the Raiders to win, but even if they do win, they're going to get blown out by, it should be the Patriots that they play, no, that they would play in Kansas City. So that would be a huge blowout. They would get blown out by the Chiefs for the 3rd time. Well, not like they got blown out the first 2 times against Kansas City, but without Derek Carr, it's gonna be bad. So this is of course gonna be a low-scoring game. I'd say maybe the teams won't even get past 2 touchdowns. Let's say maybe it's a 16-9 game for Houston. Brock Osweiler is horrible, and I can't wait until they get a new quarterback and J.J. Watt back, because then I think the Texans team could be scary. But if you look at that division, any team could really be scary, because I said before, the Jaguars on paper are really good. To me, they are. And if they add a guy like Leonard Fournette and maybe get Blake Bortles going as far as they have a run game and a bit of pressure off of Blake Bortles himself, or they just find a new quarterback in the 2nd round. For instance, I forgot his name, not Brad Kaya. I think it's the guy from Texas Tech. He is amazing. I really like him. So maybe him. Any team would be happy to have him. I could even see my San Diego Chargers going after him. Although I think Philip Rivers has another 4 years left in him at least. So we'll see how that goes. Back to this game though. Yeah, the Texans are gonna win it. Brock Osweiler is horrible. Connor Cook is I never saw him as a starting QB. The backup of Derek Carr can't pick up first downs. Can the backup pick up first downs? I don't think he can. So, as I said before, low-scoring game, and Texans should move on this time. Next, we have Dolphins play in Pittsburgh, and well, funny enough, during the season, nobody thought the Dolphins could win this. I think this was the start of their win streak, or it was the 2nd game in it. I think they started off by beating the Bills in their win streak, and then the 2nd game was against the Steelers. But I think this was the 2nd game in a row that Jay Ajayi had 200 yards rushing. Yeah, I think that's how it was, and they surprised everyone by upsetting the Steelers. So could that happen again here? I really doubt it, and I don't think Matt Moore is that much worse than Ryan Tannehill. I still would say Dolphins don't pick up a quarterback in the 1st round or anything, and not this year anyways. Tannehill is not that bad. You don't want to end up having a quarterback situation where you have to rely on a guy like Brian Hoyer or Jay Cutler, Brock Osweiler, and someone like that. Maybe teams in free agency are gonna think, oh, Tom Savage is a NFL quarterback. No, he ain't. So you don't want to end up like that. You have Ryan Tannehill. He's not great, but he's okay. So just stick with him. Next year you might be 10-6 again. I doubt it, but you might. Adam Gase might just be that good of a coach. You never know. Still picking the Steelers to win here. I don't think the Dolphins defense can stop the Steelers from getting 30 points. So 31 probably around there for the Steelers. Might get more. I don't really think they're going to get that much less. 24 at least, I'd say. And the Dolphins could score 17 here, maybe. The Steelers defense can let up some points to Matt Moore, maybe to Jay Ajayi as well. If Jay Ajayi has a 200-yard game, this game might be close again. But I can't see that Jay Ajayi himself does enough to win this game. Even if every Dolphins player plays to their maximum potential, I don't think the Dolphins can win this game. Honestly, sorry Dolphins fan, I really want the Dolphins to win this, because I do favorite the Dolphins over the Steelers as far as my being a fan of the team goes, but I'd say Steelers should win this game. Alright, next game in the AFC still, we have the Texans traveling to Kansas City, and this is not close. This is just like last year's game. Texans, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't score any points, to be honest. Oh, it's so bad. The Kansas City Chiefs are rolling. They're good. They can score 37 points again. They can score 40 points. Maybe not against the Texans defense, because the Texans defense is one of the best as far as yards allowed goes. I think it's maybe third best, and points allowed maybe 7, somewhere around there. Maybe it was the other way around. I don't know, but top 7 definitely in both of those categories. So still saying Chiefs here, not by that much maybe last season, but I could see the Texans swapping quarterbacks at halftime again. So maybe a 27-6 game. That might be hard on the Texans fans here, but I have you winning against the Raiders. So that's winning against the 12-4 team. So be happy about that. You're gonna lose to the Chiefs, however. So that pretty much does it. The Chiefs are going to the conference championship, and they will play Patriots or Steelers. So Patriots playing the Steelers. Okay, so Pittsburgh has to go to New England, and I can't see any team in the league beating New England in New England. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I don't want the Patriots to win this game. I don't know. I just never developed any sort of love for this team at all. Not really for the Steelers either, but I do like their offense a lot. I think Le'Veon Bell is really amazing. I'd say Ezekiel Elliott, David Johnson, and Lev Bell are probably the best running backs in the league. And yeah, that's saying a lot because they're all very young running backs. But this might be a close game, but I could also honestly just see the Patriots blowing them out by 20 points. This Patriots team is maybe the best team they've had in I don't know how long, since their 18-1 season probably. So Patriots win it. Championship game against the Chiefs. And as I said before, I think this should be in New England. I'm pretty sure the Patriots are gonna win this. I can't see any team in the NFL winning in New England, not even the Chiefs. The Chiefs are really good, and I have them valued much higher than some NFL experts have them, and other NFL fans have them ranked. I really think they're that good, especially on defense, but the Patriots are just everywhere, better everywhere. Tom Brady is so clutch. He's not going to lose a playoff game unless he's playing the Giants in the Super Bowl. Give me the Patriots here. Patriots are making the Super Bowl maybe a 23-16 game, and the Patriots should be back in the Super Bowl where they really belong, along with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, who just lead this team to the Super Bowl. That's all I can say. Tom Brady doesn't need receivers. All he needs is 6-foot white receivers to catch the balls he's throwing, and that's it. Meaning Chris Hogan. Okay, Julian Edelman is actually pretty good, but who is it? Chris Hogan. They drafted another 6-foot white receiver. I don't know what they're doing. If it works, but I don't know what they're doing. Alright, let's get to the NFC. Let's speed things up a bit here. Lions, Seahawks. Surprise, I'm picking the Seahawks here. I don't care how the Seahawks played the season. That's what they always do. Usually they get the 2 seed, though, or the 1 seed even. Alongside the Packers, it usually is. But the Packers had to surge a bit in the last part of the season to make the playoffs, actually. I had the Packers winning this division the entire season. People were saying, oh, the Packers are done. Who's going to win it? The Vikings or the Lions? And Ike Taylor was like, oh, the Lions are going to win. They're so good. No, it's always been the Packers for me. Even in that 4-game losing streak, I was sure Aaron Rodgers is going to pull it out. But we're not at that game right now. We're at the Lions and Seahawks, and I'm really disappointed with the Lions. They showed they can't win against good teams, and the Seahawks are a good team. So the Seahawks are really clutch in the playoffs. It's funny to say that after the Super Bowl they played last year, but they do pull it on in the playoffs, and they're going to win it. And Richard Sherman is going to say something about one of the Lions receivers. He's going to say, Golden Tate, sorriest receiver in the league, don't you match me up against him. Something like that's going to happen. And the Seahawks are going to move on. Alright, next, Packers, Giants. Actually, Giants-Packers, because the Giants have to travel to Green Bay. Now, Aaron Rodgers is hot, I understand that, and some people want him to be MVP, and I get that, but I don't think he can win, especially with that defense. So it's been proven that the team that wins the Super Bowl is either the number 1 defense, the number 2 defense, or the number 3 defense. And the Packers' defense is horrible. The Raiders' defense is horrible. The Dolphins' defense is horrible, like unspeakable, that they even made the playoffs for like 30 or something. The Steelers' defense is pretty bad, and the Lions' defense is meh, and the Falcons' defense is pretty bad. So those teams you can pretty much count out. Every team I just said. Maybe the Falcons have a chance, but I don't think so either. So Falcons out, Packers out, Lions out, Dolphins out, Raiders out. To me, Texans out because they have a horrible offense, but let's stick with the plan because I said it's because of the defense, and even the Steelers are out. So the only teams that really have a chance are the Patriots, Chiefs, I guess Texans, but their offense is horrible. Seahawks, I guess. Giants because they have a really good defense, and the Cowboys even because their defense is also very good. So I value defense highly, which is why I don't see the Packers winning this game. I mean, even if they do, they won't make the Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure, or they will lose the Super Bowl to the Patriots. I can't see them winning it. So give me the Giants here, maybe 23 to 20, or maybe even 24 to 23. It's going to be close, but I really can see how the Giants can edge this game off by a little bit. Alright, so said Seahawks and Giants are the winners, meaning Seattle goes to Atlanta, and the Giants play the Cowboys. Alright, let's start off Seattle in Atlanta. Okay, so a lot of people have the Falcons winning here, and they say, oh, well, I'm picking upset. I'm a big man because I'm going to pick upset here, and I don't think it's even an upset to me. I see the Falcons are a really hot team, but again, their defense is not where it needs to be. So Julio Jones and Matt Ryan are amazing. Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman are amazing. That offensive line of Atlanta is even quite good, and Vic Beasley is also amazing. But I don't think they have enough parts on this defense again to win. They might win this game, but I'm pretty sure any of these teams I just said are probably going to lose in the Super Bowl to the Patriots if they even make it there. So I'm still going to pick the Seahawks here. I'm counting on them to pull it on a bit in the playoffs because that's what they're known for until maybe the Super Bowl where they lose. But that was one play call. And you can't say the Seahawks team isn't clutch in the playoffs because of one stupid play call that Pete Carroll did. So the Seahawks, I'd say, are going to win this one. Yeah, going off a bit of reach here, but it's to some because some have mostly the Falcons winning here. So I'm going to say Seattle over Atlanta. Alright, next we have the 1 seed Cowboys, who have been the maybe second most impressive team this season, playing against the Giants. And the Cowboys have been swept by the Giants, and I can see that happening again. Yes, that's the second upset alert after they beat the Packers, which is an upset according to NFL.com, 70-30. Packers over the Giants are on NFL.com weekly pick'em. I'm saying Giants over Cowboys and Giants over Packers and Giants over those two teams at least. So again, these teams are right now, they're made for each other. The Giants are better than the Cowboys, and I say this with big faith in the punk ass Eli Manning. I really hate the guy. I mean, you know why, Chargers fan, hate the guy. But right now I'm just counting on him to not throw another interception in this game, and that's really what I need from Eli Manning, and the defense is going to play amazingly anyway. And these, like I said before, these teams are designed for each other, and I really think the Giants match up on every part of the field with the Cowboys, and I can see them pulling off the double sweep, I would say, or even the triple win against the Cowboys this season. I can see it happening. Alright, so the Giants are going to the conference championship. To me, I really think this defense is that great. And Odell Beckham is mind-blowingly great. If he was 6'4", he would be the best receiver in the league. I mean, that elusiveness, that speed, that ability to catch the ball spectacularly is oh so amazing from Odell Beckham. And Eli Manning needed a guy like him to preserve his career. So we have the Giants and the Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. And I know all of you right now want me to say Giants are going to beat the Seahawks because you want the Giants to play the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And I'm close to saying that, but I do think the Seahawks are going to pull it on. And after all these upsets I've predicted so far in the wild card and divisional round, I would imagine some of you would want to see a Super Bowl like Chiefs Falcons, which nobody thought was possible. But I'm going to go with the old classic again, and I say old classic because it's going to be like this for the next few years, probably if Pete Carroll does everything right and Bill Belichick's doing everything right anyway. Seahawks Patriots. Right, I see the Seahawks beating the Giants here. I could see this going either way. But I'd say it's about a 57 to 43% chance Seahawks should beat the Giants here. I can imagine Eli Manning throwing a stupid interception, and even if he doesn't, even if he has a decent game, I could still see the Seahawks pulling this off. There's really not much explanation I can give to you here, except the Seahawks can pull it on in the playoffs, even if they have a season that's just 10-6, or that's just 11-5, and I'm saying that's for how good the Seahawks really are, and they should have Earl Thomas back, I hope, by then. So Seahawks Patriots Super Bowl. Alright, now the game of the year is, of course, the Seahawks and the Patriots again. And if there is a team that can beat the Patriots, it's the Seahawks. Or the Giants. And I'm not even saying that because the Giants beat the Patriots twice in the Super Bowl. I really think the Giants team is kind of designed to beat the Patriots right now. And that they've done it twice before in 2007 and 2011. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying right now. Maybe a bit, but I don't think that much really, because some of these Giants players still have that in their mind. I don't know if they even have one player remaining from their 2007 roster. Well, except Eli Manning, obviously, but I doubt it. Really, I doubt it. Whatever. Patriots Seahawks. I can see the Seahawks winning here, and it might be a surprise to you because the Seahawks season hasn't been great. They're 10-5-1. What am I saying? It hasn't been amazing for some Seahawks fans who said, "Oh, we're gonna go 16-0, 19-0, win the Super Bowl. We're the best team in the league." And I'm saying you are right now because you were gonna win the Super Bowl. Not meaning you're number one on anybody's power rankings or anything going into the playoffs. But in the playoffs, you're that clutch that you can pull it off, and I can see the Seahawks winning in similar fashion as they lost last time, meaning the Patriots, not Tom Brady throwing an interception, God no. Maybe the Seahawks forcing a fumble on one of their mediocre running backs of the Patriots. So that's what I say is going to happen. Let's see how long this video has gone on for, and okay, 18 minutes, that's okay. I've said a lot here, and just to recap real quick what I'm very sure of and what I'm not sure of. So Texans beating the Raiders, I'm pretty sure of. I like 80 to 20%. Steelers Dolphins 85-15%. I'm pretty sure. Then Chiefs beating the Texans like 95%. And Patriots beating the Steelers like 65%. And the Patriots beating the Chiefs should be another 60%. So I'm pretty sure the Patriots are gonna make it. NFC is where it gets tricky. Seahawks, Lions, like 97%. Like, I don't see it. Lions, no. Giants, Packers, like 52 to 48. What did I say before? 57 to 43? Yeah, so somewhere around there. Then the Seahawks beating the Falcons, like 54 to 46 maybe. Cowboys, Giants, I'd say is like 51% for the Giants, 49% for the Cowboys. Really close there. Then Giants and the Seahawks in this conference championship. I really think it's like 60-40. And then in the Super Bowl, it's honestly 50-50. I can't tell you anything. Maybe the Patriots are just even like, maybe it's 52% chance the Patriots win it. maybe somewhere around there. So that's about how sure I am with my picks, and how not sure I am getting to the Divisional Round Conference Championship and Super Bowl 51. So, I've thought about doing some season recaps, maybe. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. Maybe just season previews, because I like doing that more. I'm going to definitely do a mock draft. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it like by myself, do a mock draft, but I'm definitely going to look at some other people's boards and get some advice. And maybe I'm going to do a season preview instead of a recap for every NFL team. I'm not sure. If you want some of that, just tell me. I think we're going to wrap this video up here. This has been the KJ Picks and Predictions. And it's been a pleasure speaking to you, and see you next time.